proper story's supposed to start at the beginning. Ain't so simple with this one. Now here's a kid whose whole world got all twisted, leaving him stranded on a rock in the sky. He gets up, sets off for the Bastion, where everyone agreed to go in case of trouble. Ground forms up under his feet as it pointing the way. He don't stop to wonder why. Finds his lifelong friend just lying in the road. Well, it's a touching reunion. Sees what's left of the rippling walls, years of work undone in an instant, in the calamity. And then he falls to his death. I'm just fooling. That a survivor? No, ma'am. It's a gas fella, forced out from underground. Kid pops him good. Fella got a piece of him, though. Kid just rages for a while. An old repeater falls out of the sky. Ain't a gift from the gods, but it'll have to do. Gotta hold her still to spin up the chamber. Kid's worked up quite a thirst by now, so that fountain looks real inviting. Sometimes you just need a drink. A school of squirts tunnels up around them. Must have fled here from the mines. It's a wonder the old saloon's still standing. Used to have the nicest view. Kid finds a memento from a girl he knew. Always used to fancy her. He sets foot inside one of Zealandia's famous watering holes. Inside's old Rondi, the bartender. The calamity got him before his drinking did. Then Kid finds his trusty shield. But just as he's getting a handle on it, the security takes him for a petty thief. Shield saves his hide. Windbags start turning up for last call. Squirts start coming out of the woodwork. A big old fella pops out in front of the kid. Kid sees the way to the Bastion out the window. It's a bit of a drop. Rondi always wanted his ashes scattered here. He gets a good look at things on his way down. He lands on top of a breaker's bow, and it ain't broke. Kid spies a good perch for some target practice. He knows he should draw the string all the way back. watch his step. The kid pockets a memento from a breaker, once the fastest man in the land. Good news is the emergency defenses still work. Bad news is they're aiming for the kid. Right back at you. Picks up a few pointers from a dusty old tome. He's a mighty fast learner. Bad time to run out of black tonic. Finds the distillery, right next to the arsenal. Tough part of town. One sip of the spirits in that distillery, and the kid'll feel like a new man. The arsenal's where the kid can pick the best tools for the job. some of them squirts birthing like crazy in a couple of corn bins. Was Maud, the tutor. Once taught the kid good manners. He never used them, though. Ferry barge sends the kid on his way. The Bastion's real close now. Takes a chunk of alloy. Smell of barley and spoiled blueberries fills the air. Scumbags. Kid maybe shouldn't have done what he just did. Kid puts him out of his misery. Robs a scumbag of his last meal. He finds the core to the Wharf District. He steals the city's heart. Might as well. Kid has a feeling he better get a move on. The place is starting to fall. Kid took was the only thing making this particular rock stay afloat. Kid just keeps running. At last, the skyway is in sight. Whisks him where it needs to go. Now the kid sees something stranger still. His mind races. Did anybody else survive? Sure enough, he finds another. He finds me. We talk for a spell. There's a bit of the Bastion's power in that crest. Enough to point the way to the cores. All I tell him is to set that core of his on the monument there, then watch. I try to let the kid down gently. This is the Bastion, all right, except no one else showed up. Just like that, the Bastion comes alive. Starts growing again, growing stronger. Kid's gotta put its power to good use. Now the Bastion can send him even farther into the wild unknown. Bastion ain't gonna build itself. Well, not entirely. Kid ponders what to build. Makes time to sample spirits from my personal supply. Party punch is so zesty, it'll let you carry on through the worst of times. Kid don't know what's out there waiting for him. The Skyway. Now the kid can ride the wind to distant lands. The Bastion. Ceylondia's safe haven. once the highest point in the city. Too bad it wasn't finished before the calamity struck. The workman ward. Them windbags used to keep the city humming along here. The breaker barracks. Many straight shooters learn their way here. The breakers used to come here for target practice. Used to play a little game. See who could bust the most targets and the fewest shots. He's focused, he's armed, and he's off. Shot just happens in a flash. Kid ain't had enough of the breakers' barracks. Takes practice, and a mighty strong bow helps too. He returns with some of the materials we need. Ain't always much to say. Now he lands at the intersection between bad and wrong. Ought to be a core down one of these twisted streets, but which one? He heads for the squirt steps. Won't be no field trip this time. Kid ain't ever seen an elephant squirt before. Scumbag can digest just about anything. Except for this. It's quick for slicing and light enough to throw. They say even the most rambunctious squirts can be tamed. Squirts don't make the best of friends, but they can be useful in a pinch. No sign of the core here. At least the kid got something for his trouble. Them squirts just don't know when to quit. He heads for the biggest dump in town, Scumbag Alley. Up north is where the gas fella foreman used to live, tending to his flock. Gas fellas all dress alike. Kids wondering the same thing. And there it is. But it's locked down tight in an alloy cage. Blustery old foreman's keeping his fellas in check, almost like he's showboating for the crowd. Kid ain't about to pass out in the middle of the workman ward. And now there's a new marshal in town. place grown, but it's too tough to fall. Might as well check the other side streets before leaving this hole. The rest of the path is gone for good, and his city crest won't bring it back. Scumbag still feeding off the city's own trash. And there he is, the oldest scumbag of them all, Gershel. The calamity ain't done much for Gershel's sunny disposition. Kid cuts up Gershel like a pineapple. Old scumbag didn't feel a thing. He heads for the east side, where windbags used to keep the local forge. Somehow that old forge is still standing. Inside the forge, Key can fine-tune those instruments of his. The little Zolwood oil on that blade shines like a light. a good length of miscut, that bow's like new again. Kid packs a special surprise in every one of those arrows. Kid's ready to go, and his ticket out's right where he started. He comes back, just like I knew he would. The core hums in his pack. The monument's calling for it. The windbags used to be all right. Then the calamity took the floor out from under him. Sometimes a single look says it all. Fetching fizz is like a mouthful of nails, but the benefits are worth it. Kid ain't finished here yet. Can't be too careful these days. Kid does it again. Only fair he decides what we build next. A lot of things need fixing up in this world, and we can start right here. Picked up traces of other cores while the kid was out. Couples used to walk the sundown path. Kid ain't here for pleasure, though. Quick and careful is the only way to go. Somebody gets to the core before the kid. Floor starts giving way on the lightest step. A single panic squirt could bring the whole place down. So could a reckless kid, for that matter. Fragments of the old world rain from the sky. Military valuables are lying everywhere. The kid thinks twice about risking his hide. Well, the path ain't exactly open to visitors no more. Security's all fires. Was intended for a leisurely stroll and such. Not so much for the noise and tomfoolery. Whips the kid along. Air travel always was an iffy proposition. But calamity changed everything, even where the wind blows. Well, if we mastered the winds in the old days, we can do it again. But the question is, who else could have taken the core? Survivor stole the thing. Scumbag ate it by mistake. He gets the wind knocked right out of him. Tough break. Unlike the kid, that core ain't coming back. They used to ship live munitions down the path. Find time to find them. These wires to toss those things plenty far away. Gas fellas need some shut-eye from time to time. They get real cranky. In all his toil, Kid keeps coming back to an overwhelming question. Who else could have survived the calamity? So he didn't find the core that time, but that ain't about to stop us. What else is there to say? Kid's lifelong friends looking fit to keep on fighting. No place better than Trapper's Shingle for learning to tread light and shoot straight. Trappers had to tread real careful here, else take a nasty fall. They train themselves by clearing out the targets, while not clearing out the floor. Any good trapper knows never to take a step till the time is right. Expert trappers got something extra to give him an edge. To think a rickety place like the Shingle survived, and so little else did. Turns out those old bones still have some spark in them. Kid decides to keep working his aim and footwork on the shingle. Best time to pick a new spot was when swapping magazines. Most trappers couldn't get through without a few scrapes. The Sundown Path. Lovely place for a stroll. Before the calamity, that is. That's Trapper's Shingle. Only place in the city to go to get certified with a repeater. The Wharf District. Folks sail deep into the boundless sea from here. The Melting Pot. Place hoarded all sorts of fineries from beyond the boundless sea. In better days, the Melting Pot was sealed tighter than the skin on a squirt.